Good morning, folks. This is Brother Allen with Bible Commentary. We are continuing our background study before we get to the study of Daniel. So I am calling this the study of Daniel Part 6. And last time I began to read to you from the Bible the covenant that God made with Israel in Deuteronomy 28, that he set before them blessings and curses, and that he was going to bless them in everything that they did. Everything, in the field, in the fruit of the loin, in cattle, in against their enemies, everything that a person could desire, God promised the children of Israel if they would keep his commandments, of which the first one of the 10 is, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me." But he also set forth in Deuteronomy that if they broke commandment, if they broke the covenant, that the curses would come upon them. So today we are going to continue that study about the covenant that God made with Israel. And he made it only with Israel, not to any Gentile. That is very important to understand that covenant. But today we are going to be talking about Deuteronomy 30, verses 15 through 20. They are so very, very important in our understanding when we get to the book of Daniel. So let me begin reading with Deuteronomy 30, verse 15. And here's what God said to Israel. "See, I have set before thee this day life and good, and death and evil. In that I commanded thee this day to love the Lord thy God, to walk in his ways, and to keep his commandments, and his statutes, and his judgments, that thou mayest live and multiply, and the Lord thy God shall bless thee in the land where you go to possess it. But," God says, "if your heart turn away so that you will not hear me, but shall be drawn away and worship other gods and serve them, I will denounce unto you this day that you shall surely perish, and that you shall not prolong your days upon the land where you go to possess it, over Jordan to possess it." I want to make something clear right here. God told Israel, if you obey my voice and my commandments, I will bless you. But if you turn to worship other gods and break my covenant with you, that I will take your land away from you. And in verse 19, God said this to Israel, "I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessings and cursings. Therefore, Israel, choose life, that both you and thy seed may live, that thou mayest love the Lord thy God, and that you may obey his voice, and that thou mayest cleave unto the Lord. For he is thy life and the length of thy days, that thou mayest dwell in the land which the Lord sware unto his fathers, unto thy fathers, which the Lord sware unto thy fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to give them. So here we said this covenant. It is a bilateral covenant. In other words, God said, you do this, and I will do this. But if you don't do this, then I will do this. Before closing out on this and going to the Day of Atonement, I want to refer you to the Song of Moses. This is in the very next chapter in Deuteronomy, in chapter 31, verses 21 through 30. Moses was given insight to the fulfillment already of what Israel would do. And I want to start with verse 21, where it says this. Take out your Bibles, Deuteronomy chapter 31, verse 22. Moses, therefore, wrote this song the same day, and he taught it to the children of Israel. And he gave Joshua, the son of Nun, a charge and said, be strong and of good courage, for you, Joshua, shalt bring the children of Israel into the land which I swore unto them, and I will be with thee. And it came to pass, when Moses had made an end of writing the words of this law in a book, until they were finished, that Moses commanded the Levites, which bear the ark of the covenant of the Lord, saying, take this book of the law, and put it in the side of the ark of the covenant of the Lord your God, that it may be there for a witness against you. And here's what Moses said. For I know thy rebellion and thy stiff neck. Behold, while I am yet alive, with you this day you have been rebellious against the Lord. And how much more after my death, he asked. Gather unto me all the elders of your tribes and of your officers, that I may speak these words in your ears, and call heaven and earth to record against them. And here's what Moses said in the Song of Moses. For I know, Moses said, for I know that after my death you will utterly corrupt yourselves and turn away from the way which I have commanded you, and evil will befall you in the last days of Israel, because you will do evil in the sight of the Lord, to provoke him to anger through the works of your hands. And Moses spake in the ears of all the congregation of Israel the words of this song until they were ended. So God has made covenant with Israel because he loved them. And he wanted to use Israel to fulfill the promise he made to Father Abraham. He made them a nation of priests, a holy nation, and gave unto them the commandments, of which the first one was, thou shalt have no other gods but me. So now we're looking at the covenant. Next time we're going to get into some particulars on the atonement, the Day of Atonement specifically, that was the forerunner or the foreshadowing of the atonement of Jesus Christ when he arrived. I hope today I have given you something to think about, and until next time, may God bless us all. This is Brother Allen.